Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News Update. Newcastle Airport has been working behind the scenes in recent months towards having flights resumed to New Zealand. It's now more certain after New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern yesterday announced a travel bubble will open from April 19, allowing quarantine-free travel between the two countries. However, negotiations with the airlines are still ongoing, with flights out of Newcastle unlikely to resume until October at the earliest. We'll know by later tonight who will represent the Nationals at the upcoming by-election in the Upper Hunter. It's understood at least 3 candidates have put their names forward, including Singleton Mayor Sue Moore. Upper Hunter Shire Councillor James Burns pulled out of the race yesterday. The by-election was triggered by the resignation of Michael Johnson, and voters will head to the polls on May 22. Meanwhile, the shooters, fishers and farmers hope to select their candidate early next week. Real estate agents say they've never seen house prices in the Hunter rise so rapidly with no end in sight. Rising demand has led to soaring prices, with sales in New South Wales up 46% in the 3 months to February. In many cases, properties in Newcastle are being snapped up within hours of being listed, with some being purchased sight unseen. The Reserve Bank yesterday kept interest rates at a record low and again announced it doesn't expect rates to rise until at least 2024, giving investors and purchasers confidence and access to cheap loans. Nominations for the Fred Hollows Foundation Awards are now open, celebrating people who make a positive contribution to the Hunter. Residents are encouraged to nominate people who demonstrate kindness and compassion within their community. Cessnock MP Clayton Barr says we should nominate those who live their lives dedicated to the well-being of others.
Anybody considering nominating somebody else for the Fred Hollows Award just needs to think about that other person and about their humanitarian qualities. People who believe every day in assisting others to give them every opportunity to lead the best life that they can.
Nominations close on July 23. There'll be a focus on saving water when kids return to classrooms across the Hunter for Term 2. Hunter Water has partnered with Jolly Bop Science to deliver the Let's Love Water shows, teaching kids to be water wise. Performer Trevor Atkinson says the response so far has been great.
The program's aimed at 3 to 7-year-olds, so basically preschool and then K to 2 kids at infant schools. Kids have been really engaged and nice-natured, and just a really fun show, a mixture of songs and science and pantomime, and so far the kids have really loved them.
Domestic violence support group Carrie's Place has received its largest ever private cash donation. Workers at the new Maitland Hospital and staff from Hunter New England Health raised $280,000 by holding raffles for VIP parking spaces at the new hospital, holding a tournament of the lawn game cornhole, and bids to dunk bosses into a tank of water. Carrie's Place plans to put the money towards much-needed temporary accommodation in Cessnock.
2NURFM Sport.
Cowboys playmaker Jake Clifford is looking to get an early release from his contract to join the Knights immediately following Mitchell Pearce's pectoral injury. Clifford is already set to join the club next season, but hopes to make the move early after being dropped by North Queensland coach Todd Payton. Meanwhile, fullback Kalen Ponga has been named to make his long-awaited return from shoulder surgery when the club takes on the Titans on the Gold Coast this Saturday. Jets executive chairman Shane Matisky says the club is considering releasing Steve Ugarkovic from his contract to join the Wanderers immediately. Matisky revealed negotiations are ongoing between the two clubs, with a potential player swap also a possibility. 2020 Women's Premier League Player of the Year Gemma House will be available for Newcastle Olympic when they take on Broadmeadow on Saturday. The 24-year-old striker missed out on the club's 5-1 win over Warners Bay due to W League commitments with the Jets. And Newcastle Olympic player coach Joel Griffiths is in doubt for Saturday's clash with Maitland after picking up a groin complaint in the club's 2-1 loss to Broadmeadow last week. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 15, 44, 19, 30, 43, 9 and 26, and the supplementaries are 33 and 31. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.